All right, Shannon, where are Tom Brady and Belichick next season?
Skip, I believe Coach Belichick will remain the coach of the New England Patriots. I do not believe – I don't see a scenario, Skip. I really don't. And Coach Belichick said something that was very interesting there. He said this is not an individual decision. There are other people that are involved. Now, Coach Belichick already tried to make it an individual decision 2.5 years ago, Skip. So he's already showed you one of his hands. He tried to move on from Tom Brady. And Coach Belichick is a guy that's willing to move on a year earlier as opposed to a year late. Now, he's saying, Bob, now you see the guy that has the #1 seed in the NFC? That was the guy that I wanted to be the bridge between Tom Brady and our future. And you effed it up. I do not believe.
Is that what he's saying?
I believe, yeah.
Really? Wait, you're talking about the Jimmy Garoppolo that you have little to no respect for.
Hold on, Skip. You got to understand, though. I'm not Bill Belichick.
Oh, okay.
Bill Belichick is a head coach. Bill Belichick is running the show. Bill Belichick has the utmost respect because, remember, it was reported that after he got there, he was texting Jimmy Garoppolo, Jimmy G, after wins. Something that he's really never done with Tom Brady, I don't believe.
But you don't think Bill Belichick is running the show. You think the owner runs the show.
No, Coach Belichick runs the show. Mr. Kraft intervened on one particular instance.
Okay.
I do not believe Mr. Kraft will intervene again.
Really?
Now, given to what he's saying, he said, I hope and pray. What do you hope and pray? You got the purse strings. You're worth $6 billion. You can say Tom Brady will be our quarterback. Could he not? Say Tom Brady is going to be our quarterback next year?
Tom Brady's a free agent.
Tom Brady is going to be our quarterback next year. He could say that. Now, if Tom does something outside of that, that's his choice. But, Skip, first of all, how did Tom Brady become a free agent? They let it happen. Because normally what generally happens, if someone wants you, you never get an opportunity to see that market. So with that being said, I do not believe Tom Brady will be back. Maybe it's a package deal. Wherever Josh McDaniels goes, maybe Tom Brady tags along. Is it?
Tags along with Josh McDaniels? That was the most disrespectful thing you've ever uttered on this show.
Skip, I'm saying they're a package deal. Whether you say he goes or however it is, at the end of the day, I do not believe Tom Brady will be the quarterback of the New England Patriots. Now, how, why, or when, where, I don't know. But I'm saying he being in New England, which I've said from day one, which you thought was asinine, but you're starting to come along with me for the ride.
No. Let's get that straight. Okay. You said that Belichick will say no to Brady. I'm saying that now Brady will say no to Belichick.
No, you said
big difference.
No, at the beginning of the year.
No. At the beginning of this show in 2016, you said this will be the last year that Tom Brady plays. Wrong. 2017, last year, wrong.
2019,
2018, you've been wrong 4 years. 4 years in a row, you've been wrong about Tom Brady.
2016, they're going to the Super Bowl. 2017, they're going to the Super Bowl. 2018, 2019, you're wrong. Exactly.
No, 2019, you said would be his last year.
In New England.
No, you amended it at mid-year. Before the year started, you said he would be done.
I said 20 years.
You said 4 straight years he would be done, and you've been wrong for 4 straight years. Will you admit that?
No. I said in 2019, Tom Brady will not be the quarterback. I said, you said, will he be done? I said, Skip, all I'm saying is he will play 20 years in New England.
Did you say in 2016 this will be Tom Brady's last year ever to play?
The bottom line is he's looked terrible this year. He will not be in New England next year.
Because of what?
It doesn't matter why.
Well, why doesn't it matter?
Did you see the play? This is what we know. His last 2 playoff games, 0 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 13 points. Now, he had a healthy Gronkowski. He had a healthy Edelman. He had a healthy Chris Hogan, Sonny Michel, and Rex Burkhead. He scored 13 points in the Super Bowl. You say, oh, his line, and a healthy offensive line. He got 13. He got 13 again on Saturday night.
What are you talking about? Did you see him against the Chargers, the game you picked the Chargers to win? That was just last year. What are you talking about?
The Super Bowl last year.
Did you see him at Kansas City in overtime?
Super Bowl last year.
He conducted the game-winning drive by going 4 for 4.
So was the Super Bowl last year?
Did he win?
You see what I'm saying, Skip Bayless?
Lord have mercy.
Listen, this is what you and everybody else does.
Everybody else?
Yes.
You're the only one who doesn't get it.
No. You pick a game. Did you see what he did against San Diego?
Okay. How about those 2?
Skip, what about the Rams?
I'll take the Super Bowl. I'll take it.
Rams?
Did he not make the throw of the game to Gronkowski to win the game?
What about Saturday night? Did he not make
What about it?
Did he throw the pick six?
Tell me when it's my turn.
It's your turn.
Thank you very much. I believe that Tom Brady will and should play elsewhere next year because Bill Belichick has allowed these New England Patriots to become what I believe is an unfixable old mess next year. And I think Tom Brady will see that, and I'll give you this. I think it is now time for Tom and Bill both to have earned the right to see if they can go it alone. And I want to see Bill Belichick go it alone, and I'm not sure it's going to be in New England. It might be elsewhere. Who knows? Long shot, it might even be with my Dallas Cowboys, and I would take that if Bill Belichick wants a landing spot because I think he's going to once again lose this battle. And I'm interpreting what Robert Kraft told Peter King completely differently than you because the quote on Saturday, Robert Kraft to Peter King was, I just hope and pray that we fit into Tom's plans, that we fit into Tom's plans. What does that tell you, Mr. Sharpe?
Okay, we'll see.
Well, we'll see. I mean, and that's just it.
What about the other part?
And by the way,
I hope he plays or retires. What about that part about retiring?
Okay, well, that's what he would obviously say because he does not want to see Tom Brady go elsewhere.
Okay, then.
So what would he want? One or two? He said, number one, I want him to go forward with the Patriots, or number two, I want him to retire because I don't want to have to see him in that weird Chargers uniform. That's what he's saying because he doesn't want to see him just like Joe Montana was with the Chiefs or Joe Namath with the Rams or however you want to look at it. Johnny Unitas with the Chargers. San Diego.
You got Emmett with the Cardinals.
That's what he does not want to see. And by the way, Tom Brady went deeper into whether he wants to play with Peter King, and he said, I love playing football. I still want to play football, and I still think I can play at a championship level. And so do I. And so do a lot of people who really know football, starting with Tony Romo, leading to Chris Collinsworth, and then there was also Randy Moss. If we could just hear what those three were saying this weekend about Tom Brady. Thank you, Tony Romo. Thank you, Chris Collinsworth. Thank you, Randy Moss. He just had no help.
Can I ask you a question? Whew. What makes Tony Romo, Chris Collinsworth, Randy Moss' opinion more valid than mine?
Nothing. Their opinions.
Okay, then. But you invalidate mine because they co-signed what you said.
No, I just think most people are over in my camp on this one. And I've said from the start, he just doesn't have enough help, which is why, as he looks forward to what's happening next year, he's not going to have much better help next year because you realize Peter King also concluded the New England Patriots are an ancient football team. They started 11 of 22 who were already over 29 years of age, and 6 more played a whole bunch of snaps over 29 years.
And their quarterback is over the age of 40. Yeah. Everybody is ancient on the team except the quarterback.
So I have said from the start, I think I broached it about a month ago on this show, that Tom Brady belongs with the Los Angeles Chargers. You know the head coach pretty well there because you played with Anthony Lynn.
Very well.
And I think that's a very talented football team about to enter into a showcase of an amazing new stadium here called SoFi in Southern California. It would be right on time. They need somebody to sell up on the marquee, and Tom Brady needs some help, and he would get it from the Chargers.
They got a tight end in Hunter Henry.
They do.
Austin Eckler is the running back like a James White.
Perfect.
They got receivers.
Keenan Allen.
They got Keenan Allen. Yep. They got Mike Williams.
So
they got what he needs in play. But, Skip, the problem that I have, Jenny, and what you're starting to hear, he needs some help. They coined a term for Tom Brady. He does more with less. Not that he has less and he can't. They're no good.
It was less than 0 this year. So what happened? Now, at this point, Tom Brady has to go home and remember that just 2 years ago, Bill Belichick sold him out. Belichick wanted to go forward with his guy that he had drafted, Jimmy Garoppolo, right?
Yes.
And I believe that Tom Brady is going to sit back and say, man, he strapped me with the worst supporting cast by far of any playoff team and maybe of any team, period. Because if you look hard, it starts to look sabotagey what Bill Belichick did to Tom Brady this year because he had the worst offensive line he's ever had. He had the worst running game he's ever had. He had by far the worst wide receivers he's ever had because they ranked last by Pro Football Focus in separation. And it is laughable what he was left with in place of Gronk at tight end Benjamin Watson at age 39, Matt Lacoste.
But Skip, help me understand.
Did they
this.
help? Did they catch any
Skip,
passes?
I will concede his tight end core wasn't very good. But help me understand this. The greatest comeback in Super Bowl history, Tom Brady down 28-3. He did that without Gronk. Now he needs Gronk. Now he had a healthy Edelman last year. He had a healthy Gronk, Chris Hogan, and all his offensive line was intact. He scored 13 points.
Thank you for watching. You can subscribe here to get the latest from the show, and be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed, or go watch a few other segments from our other shows on FS1.